I think this is a hard fifth wheel to beat. It checks off so many things on that checklist for a family. It's hard to find a fifth wheel that's family friendly. Welcome back. I am here kicking tires at Motorsportsland, and I thought this time I'm going to check out a fifth wheel that is more budget friendly, but also family friendly. A lot of times with fifth wheels, we look at those big 40 footers, you know, all the fancy stuff, and it's out of a lot of people's price range, but also they fit like two people and maybe four if you put out the hide bed. So let's see if we can find a fifth wheel that works for a whole family, that doesn't take a dually to tow it, and probably won't break your budget, or at least won't break your budget as bad. So let's see what we can find here at Motorsportsland. When it comes to fifth wheels, one of the best bangs for your buck is the KZ Durango. Right here, we have the KZ Durango D286BHD, and they're saying it's half-ton towable. Now, this is going to be a lot of trailer for a half-ton truck, depending on your configuration, but I would probably recommend a 3/4 ton, but let's look at the numbers first. Before we get into the numbers, let's go through all the stickers. So right here, all-weather insulation 4-season package. That does not mean this is a full-time unit. It just has extra insulation, and usually that means it has a heater on the water tank and the sewer and stuff like that. 2-year hitch to bumper warranty, nice. And your leash latch here, and Asdel. Along with that, the top is a PVC membrane roof, which is kind of cool. Let's jump over to the weight sticker and let's see what we have here. So for the weights, we have gross vehicle weight rating of 11,500 pounds. With an 11,500 pound gross vehicle weight rating, you're figuring 20% at least, probably 25% on the pin weight. So you'd have to figure that out on your own, on if this is really a half-ton towable for the truck that you have. 3/4 ton gas, this should be pretty good, you know, that sort of thing. But it's 11,500 fully loaded. Then gross axle weight rating, 5,200 pounds per axle. Cargo capacity, 2,330 pounds. Not too bad there. You can put quite a bit of stuff in this fifth wheel. Also, one thing you'll notice with this fifth wheel, it's not a full profile, it's a mid profile. So instead of having a flat roof all the way across the top, it kind of arcs up and then comes back down. You'll see that a lot on these kind of mid-level fifth wheels, that they won't be full profile. Starting out up front, you do have your front storage. Let's see what we got in here. Okay. We've got all your electrical here. Nice big storage bay. I don't know if you can get these generator prepped or not from the factory. It looks like a big enough area for one though. It's quite a large storage bay. More storage as we come, oh, right here we have, I believe this is your auto level system, but we don't have any batteries hooked up, so I don't know exactly what that is. I think it's auto level, I'm pretty sure it's auto level. Right here you have your propane bottles. More storage here. I like that it has the magnet holders there instead of having gas struts. Coming down here you do have your simple wet bay there. I like that it's really simple. And then the rest of your storage compartment here. Nice big storage compartment on this unit. This is a triple slide. So you have a small wardrobe slide right up here in the bedroom. You have your kitchen entertainment slide right here, and this is a rack and pinion slide. Coming around the back, you might notice the square windows. That's a new style thing that they're doing on a lot of trailers, and I like it. It makes it look a little bit more modern, I think, rather than the curved windows. It does come with a hitch for a bike rack. And look at this storage area in the back. Thing is huge. Heck, take the wheels off your bike and you can put them in there and don't have to worry about them on a bike rack. That is a lot of storage. As I said, this is a family-friendly unit. So the more storage like that you can get, the better. Down the side, you have two big awnings. So you can get the whole family out here, get them protected from the weather. Right here, you do have your outdoor kitchen. So you have your suburban cooktop right here. Kind of like a Blackstone griddle setup right there. So the griddle's right here, you put on that. You also have a sink here, washing your hands, all that sort of stuff. Nice to have this, especially in a family unit, because inside might be too full of people. It's nice to get people outside, out of the way, cooking and that sort of stuff. Coming down the side, you do have a little Furrion fridge. Keep your beverages out here. That way the kids aren't running inside and out all the time, letting all the cool air out or whatever. It does have the stabilizer jacks here for the auto level system. It appears to me that it's only a 4-point auto level. Hot water heater here. One thing that I was really impressed with that KZ's done, they put 16-inch wheels on this unit. A lot of the more budget-friendly units, they go with 15s, and I don't like those as much. They're throwing a Goodyear Endurance tire on this. This is really nice. 16-inch wheel, as I said. Let's see what the rating is on this. Oh, it's a load range E. Nice. These are really good tires for a more cost-effective unit. Crawl down underneath here a little bit in the gravel. It does have the new upgraded Kurt suspension as well. That's cool to see. This thing should ride really nice going down the road with all that suspension. Really liking what I'm seeing so far. You do have your solid steps here. More storage here, the other access to the main storage. Look at how big that is. You do get a little speaker system here as well, but tons of room to put in all the family's gear. You also have all your connections here for satellite, all that sort of stuff. Then right here, you have your battery bay. Now that I've done a quick tour around the outside, let's jump on inside and see what it looks like in there. It does have a all glass entry door, really sleek and modern looking. But then when you get inside, solid on the inside. That's kind of cool. You do have your window there though. All right. Right as I come in, the first thing that I always look for in these mid-profile units is headroom in the slide out here. A lot of them have a below 6 foot slide. So when you sit up or whatever, stand up, you end up hitting your head. Or if they have one of these sconces hanging down or chandeliers or whatever you want to call them, a lot of times you'll hit your head on those. This one has a over 6 foot tall slide. So, I mean, if you're 6'2", 6'5", whatever, you're going to hit, but I'm 5'10", and I'm not going to hit on this, which is really nice. You don't see that often on these kind of mid-range, still super nice, mid-range, fifth wheels. You can see the mid-profile here, the height of the ceiling dropping as it comes down towards the rear of the trailer. You do have an entertainment center, fireplace, all the amenities that you get on the nicer trailers. I mean, it's maybe not as big of a TV, but it's having everything that you're getting. It even has soft close. Yeah. Huh. That's shocking. Soft close even. So, I mean, a lot of people are spending 130,000+ on their different fifth wheels, and that's fine. Or 200,000 or whatever. But your bang for your buck on this thing is right there. Kind of a cool little ledge here. Has a plug. I'd say coffee, but that's a little high for coffee. I don't know. I'm sure you could figure out something to put there. You do have your Furrion fridge. Press to open. There we go. Now, this isn't a full-time, unit, so it's not going to have a huge fridge in it. It is big enough, though, that you take the family for the weekend or a week or whatever, you can fit a healthy amount of groceries in there. Tons of kitchen space and cupboards. And if you notice, they're all dovetailed. So they've even put the extra time and effort and money into dovetailing their drawers with those soft close, which there's some higher end units, or higher end units, quote unquote, that don't dovetail and don't do soft closing. You do have your little oven there. That is little. And you have your kind of standard range top for an RV. You have a high point microwave. This is just a standard microwave. Oh, that's cool. I kind of expected just this part of the door to open, but the whole thing opens. Nice big microwave. Storage up above, storage throughout. Now this kitchen is a little bit smaller because they made room for the bunkhouse. You do not find bunkhouses a lot of times on the higher end fifth wheels. So being able to find a full bunkhouse, these look like queen size bunks back here. I mean, these could fit an adult in them. That is super nice. As I said, I'm 5'10", and I have plenty of room down here. You could fit 2 adults easy in this. Plus you have this nice window out the back. To have 2 full-size bunks that size, I don't know what their weight ratings are for 2 adults on this one, but for sure you could put 2 adults on the bottom. And then there's a little bit of closet space. Along with that, you do have a divider here for a little bit of privacy, and the vent up here, along with the heat and AC ducting. That way you can get some airflow back here. As you can see, ducted heat and AC throughout. You do have the Coleman Mach-E air conditioners. Booth dinette, which works way better for families than the chairs, I think. You can fit more people around. Also, this drops down to make a bed. A small bed, but it can make a bed for another little. You do have Thomas Paine recliners as well. Excuse my backpack film gear there. And these are not just regular recliners. They do have heat and massage in them. So these are the same recliners you'd find in a lot of the higher end fifth wheels. This is really impressive so far. Coming on up to the bathroom, which is accessible with the slides in. KZ, when they did this, thought it through because it's a deal breaker for a lot of people that they can't get into their bathroom when the slide's in. Many of us have been in the situation where we need to access the bathroom and have to put out the slides at a truck stop, and that's just a pain. Coming on in the bathroom, you do kind of have this pocket door, barn door slider here. You do have a porcelain foot flush toilet. Let's do the test. Plenty of legroom here. Makes it really comfortable. You do have a small sink. That is not a very large sink. Cabinetry as well, drawers. Even in here, dovetail. More storage here. Great for towels and all that stuff. I mean, if you have kids, you're going to the beach or the reservoir or wherever, throw a bunch of towels, gear, all those things. Toiletries, whatever, up here in the medicine cabinet. Let's take a look at the shower. I like that they didn't put a stepped up shower, because some of them put in that stepped up pan and it takes away the room. Just a little kind of plastic facade. You do have the skylight in here. Overall, fairly large. I could stand in here sideways and be able to still shut the curtain. There's some trailers that I'm not able to do that I have to go full profile this way to be able to shower. That's retractable. Look at that thing. That is cool. Better than having some floppy curtain hanging around. If you're coming camp with all the kids though, you need your separate space. So here we have the master. It does have the north to south running bed. That's one of the ways that they made this kind of lighter for half-ton towable, is by not having a slide out east-west bed. It's a lot lighter. You don't have quite as much room because of that. You do have your little wardrobe slide here. You have storage. Wow, that's a big storage. That's a closet. Heck, you could even put a washer-dryer in there. One of those washer-dryer combinations. Tons of storage in here. Another closet here. You do have to watch. There's this little step here. I know I'd end up tripping on that every time. One thing in these mid-profile units is headroom. The farther I get up here to the front of the trailer, the lower it is. When we're at the back of the bedroom, I can stand up just fine. In our trailer, Goldie, it's the same thing. Up next to the front cab, or front cap, I can't stand up either. I'm all crouched over. You do have overhead storage. A place on both sides to put a CPAP, water bottle, books, plug in your phone, all that sort of stuff. Even along the headboard. The shades, it does have blackout shades. Wow, that gets really dark. and they are soft close as well. One thing up in these bedrooms is they get hot. They put your second Coleman Mach-E air conditioner right here as well. There is a spot to put a TV here if you want to have a TV up in the front bedroom as well. Here you have your control panel for your awnings, awning lights, Bluetooth connection, bedroom lights, everything right here. Overall, I think this is a hard fifth wheel to beat. This has been pretty dang impressive walking around this 286BHD Durango. It checks off so many things on that checklist for a family. It's hard to find a fifth wheel that's family friendly, and especially when you get up into the higher end ones. KZ makes a great trailer, and the Durango's been around a long time, and a lot of people really like them. They've done some really cool stuff on this with the upgraded suspension, the dovetail, the PVC roof. I mean, soft close cabinets. I don't know where you're going wrong on this. If you're interested in this, reach out to Motorsportsland. I think they have this listed for right around $66,000, which I know that's a kick in the teeth, but you know, apples to apples, it's a lot of bang for your buck compared to some other fifth wheels we've seen. Let me know what you think as you've looked around this with me. Is there something I missed? I'm pretty impressed by it. And I think this would be a really good family-friendly fifth wheel. So, as always, make sure to like, subscribe, all those sort of things, and enjoy your weekend.